Hey everyone, Mano back here for another Destiny 2 gameplay video. The Keep of Honed Edges Ascendant Challenge is the trickiest Ascendant challenge to collect the 2 corrupted eggs on. Many people in the community have still been struggling after all this time, after all those videos being put up on my channel and numerous other channels. So I decided to put together the most comprehensive guide on how to collect these 2 eggs on multiple classes on multiple platforms. Part of the reason why this particular Ascendant challenge is the most difficult to collect those eggs on is the fact that when you kill the enemies at the end of the Ascendant challenge, Toland picks a random location for the exit. The geometry for the actual map does not change ever. It's always the same, but so many people get kind of distracted by where the exit location is that they don't look for the other markers that are more apparent. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Toland as a reference. We're going to show you egg location number 1, the sword flying option. It doesn't matter where the exit is. What you're going to do, instead of looking for the exit, you are going to look for Toland down on the right side of a gazebo. Once you find Toland on the right side of the gazebo, that shows you where egg location number 1 is. Again, it doesn't matter where the exit is. You can see off in the distance faintly, you can see a little bit of light right there. It might be hard to see on mobile, but step 1 is always find Toland and then find that gazebo. Step 2 for the sword flying option is get to the top of the little gazebo. You can do it on every single character, and you can do it regardless if you've got an exotic or not. I'm going to show you how to do that on every character right now. If you don't have an exotic, I recommend that you use that lamp that I kind of spammed there with the hunter. If you have stompies or frosties on a hunter, I would recommend turning on triple jump, standing on this ledge here, and getting a good sprint. Now, I'm actually on my PS4 right now, so I'm showing you that this is doable on a console. I know on PC it's a little bit easier to do because mobility is a little bit different over there. Titans, no exotic is required, but again, if you want to use lion ramparts or doom marchers, that does help. Again, look for where Toland is, look for the gazebo that's right next to it, look at the platform right here, and if you stand on this platform, you can kind of see the shadow from where Toland is. I'm going to show you that I am not using any mobility exotic. I'm going to go ahead and use the sword kind of as a reference point. I'm going to aim for that lamp right there, jump up, and my Titan is at the top. Next up, let's show you Warlocks. I'm going to show you with transversive steps and without transversive steps. I do recommend that you use burst glide on all your different Warlocks. If you have transversive steps, you can stand on the top of that ledge and you really don't even need a running jump. You can move forward from there. But if you are not using an exotic and you are a Warlock or a Titan, I really recommend that you use this lamp right here. It's safe to do, it's easy to get back in case if you fall off. I would recommend using the lamp there. So now that I've shown you how to do it on all the different classes, let's go ahead and go back to my hunter point of view and let's show you what you need to do next. Once you get on top of the little gazebo, you need to get on top of the main big gazebo of the Ascendant challenge. You can see right here, this is where I shoot the egg in my main video with the bow. I had no issues with it, but many people have been struggling with using the bow on top of the little gazebo. We're going to go ahead and get on top of this big gazebo, the main big gazebo, and you'll look off in the distance. It's kind of hard to see where you need to go. So what you're going to do is use this line right here, which is aiming at the little gazebo, and we're going to use that line as a reference point. We're going to aim just a little bit to the left of that line, and that is going to be kind of our goal. We're going to go ahead and pick up the sword. I'm going to orient myself towards that line. You can see me line up right here. I'm going to turn just a little bit to the left, and I'm going to sword fly straight ahead. I'm going to get as much height and as much distance as I possibly can, and then light melee attack with the sword. What's going to happen is that the light from the egg will start to come into focus. Once you get that, you need to adjust where you need to go based on that. What I recommend you do is you actually try and land right on top of the egg to kind of get your bearings and collect yourself. What you're going to do then is fall backwards, use the sword to kind of swipe back into this back area, this rock, and then drop the sword right there. Then you'll be safe. The sword will just stay there. You can see that I can pick it up at any time. Go ahead and get out your Wish Ender bow, shoot the egg right there, collect the sword, and you're in good shape. If you try and drop the sword from the very top, it will definitely fall down and you have a chance of losing it. So that is how you get over there with the sword flying technique. If you want to find it with the Ascendant platform option, we're going to go ahead again and find Toland. Instead of finding the gazebo, we're going to move forward aiming at Toland, and we're going to go ahead and move forward onto different platforms over in this area. What we're going to do is we're going to continue following those platforms off. This could be aiming at an exit, this might not, but these platforms are always here in this exact same order. What you're going to look for in step 2 is you're going to find these 2 rocks here that are kind of tilted towards the side. We're going to then move forward to this crystal platform. This platform many times has shown up for an exit for me. You can climb these stairs to the exit for the Ascendant challenge. There are some Ascendant platforms in this location that you can hop to. Again, look for that crystal. What you're going to do is you are going to hop onto these stairs. You're going to hop onto one of the tilted rocks. What you're going to need to do is, again, make sure that you are Ascendant, and then jump on the rock as shown, aim a little bit to the right of the point of the rock, and then jump forward while getting good height. These platforms are higher than they are farther away, so you want to make sure you get good height. I'm going to go ahead and show you that jump one more time so you kind of know where to go. If you go from here, the platform's going to be a little bit to the left. I go a little bit too far off to the right, but you basically want to make sure that you have yourself in third person here. Make sure that you have the sword, and you're going to keep getting good height and keep moving forward. You will see the egg start to appear, the egg light start to appear, and keep moving up and forward to platforms and kind of just get your bearings. Make sure that you can be in good shape as you go along there. Now, here's the warning. If you decide to go this way and you stay on top of the Ascendant platforms, you will lose the sword if you try and shoot the egg. I recommend that you jump down over to the rock when you're holding the sword, because otherwise you will run into trouble. I'm going to go ahead and show you egg location 2. You do have to sword swipe for this. Find Toland on the right side of the gazebo, and instead of using that gazebo as reference, turn completely around. You will then head straight across. There will be a staircase that leads off to nowhere. What you're going to then do is see the gazebo off in the distance. We're going to hop over to here, and this is what I've called Donut Rock in my video. This is the same no matter where the exit is. It is always right here. The gazebo is going to be right next to Donut Rock. You're going to head over to the Lost Gazebo, which is what I call it. And then off in the distance on the left-hand side is going to be the mountain. If you look there, you can use a grenade to light it up. And what you want to do is aim to the left side of that mountain based upon where you're at. Don't let any of these rocks hit you. And what you want to do is use your light sword swipe again and spam that. Get good height and distance and go to the left side of this rock. There will be a ledge that you can land on. It is doable on all the different classes. It's doable, and you don't need an exotic. What you're going to do then is slowly climb the rocks using the sword to kind of sword swipe into different areas where you're safe. Go on to the left side of the mountain, because you'll see here I go to the right side, and it's very difficult to climb that area. You basically have to continually sword swipe. But if you go off to the left, there's lots of little platforms where you can kind of catch your breath. They are a little bit difficult to see at first, but once you come around and use your perspective with the sword, you will be able to see it. Go to the top, there is the egg, get your Wish Ender bow, shoot the egg, and you will be in good shape. I'm going to show that to you one more time to show you how to find it. This is your strategy, your point-by-point guide every single time you do the Ascendant challenge and you need to find the second egg location. Always find Toland, turn around, go straight ahead, find the staircase that leads off to nowhere. If you keep looking forward off into the distance, you will see the gazebo. The lightning just lit it up there. There is the staircase that leads off to nowhere. I'm aimed at it. Donut Rock is going to be right in front of you. Donut Rock has the circle right there. Make sure you don't get hit by any rocks. I can't help you with that other than you just need to pay attention. Jump over to the Lost Gazebo, find the mountain. Go ahead and use a grenade if you need to. I also think that Thunderlord will light it up and the lightning will light it up depending on where you're at. Grab the sword. Make sure you're using a light melee attack sword swipe. And again, the exit will randomly spawn. So sometimes this might be aimed at the exit. The exit might be over to the left-hand side. It doesn't matter. Look for that Lost Gazebo. Look for Donut Rock and look for all those markers that I show you closer to the main gazebo. As we climb up, we're going to use the rocks on the left-hand side to kind of catch our breath and get our bearings so we don't fly off the edge. There are some blind jumps, but they're actually pretty easy to see once you get used to it. Follow this guide up here. there is the second egg. Very simple to do. So I hope that this guide solved a lot of different problems, gave a lot of different options, and showed you in particular how to get egg number 1, especially getting on top of that big main gazebo if you want to sword fly over there. I do appreciate all the comments and all the support I've received on my other videos. Thank you all so much for that. If you'd like to share this video with anyone who's still struggling with this particular Ascendant challenge, I really recommend it. If you did like something in this video, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 2 content. Make sure you follow me over on twitch.tv/manodester777. Good hunting, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.